Hey Clashes, we just had balance changes in game. We have a new month starting, which means the Clan War League is around the corner, and we have a new rank week starting as well. And this means one thing, that's right, it's base time. We're going to take a look at bases for town level 9 all the way up to town level 18, and as always, a huge shout out goes to RH Base Building for providing all of those bases. And if you want to get your own custom-made base, you can check out the link down below the description of the video to buy your own base. But with that being said, let's dive into the bases. Town Hall 9 first, and I will always share as well the clan castle recommended from the base builder, and then the base link is down below the description of the video. Let's start things off with town level 9. We have the first base built by Valley. We have the core air defenses because, hey, dragons. I mean, dragons, it's just the name of the game for especially the lower and middle town levels. And to be honest, the one thing which is strange, Supercell says, hey, sometimes strategies not working anymore. Dragons will always work, so that's a really high priority. The client cards recommended 2 witches and 6 archers. Moving on to town level 10. This one built by VRB. We have, this is something which you're going to see over the entire video, typically 2 different styles of cores within those bases. This is one of the options, which means as many hit points as possible, especially for those town hall levels where you do not have the town hall fighting back. This is a really key thing to try to defend better because you have a lot of hit points in the core, and this means then all of the defense around that can fire into the core and where the troops are getting stalled. But the one thing to make sure that there's even more damage, the client cast recommendation here is 1 super minion, 2 headhunters, and then 11 archers, and especially the super minion on defense. With the recent buff from the balance change, it's quite nice. Next one is Town Hall 11. VRB again, the base builder, and it's again kind of the same core when it comes down to the concept behind it. Having a lot of hit points in there, client castle, then as well the Town Hall. We have as well the Dark Elixir storage. And this is kind of like really making sure that in that core you have a little bit more stalling, which means if dragons or anything like that have reached that core, they're going to be there for quite some time. The client cast recommendation here again is some damage, which means 1 super minion, 2 headhunters, and then 11 archers. Moving forward, this means that we are with our next town level, and that is going to be town level 12. For that one, we have Marco then as base builder, and this is then like the other style of the core, which you can use as well as base builder if you want to build your own bases. Those are typically the 2 most used, I would say, which either is the, hey, stack the core with storages and try to stall the attacker. And then the second option is like here, where you have the isolated town hall compartment, which means typically even flanked by sweepers to make sure the pathing into that tunnel is as tough as possible, as annoying as possible, and as spell intense as possible. The client card's recommendation for this one is just for the archers. He is really committing to the archer option because if those things are splitting a little bit and the attacker is not paying full attention, oh my, this can be really tricky. Next one, Town Hall 13, Wolves, which again is going more into the other direction of having those storages close around the Town Hall. We have the Clan Castle close by as well, which is going to stall even further. Not just the troops, but as well as the building itself. And then the sweepers close by. But then around that part, we have a little bit of a bigger dead zone, which means between the Town Hall compartment and the scatter compartments, for example. The Clan Castle, which he recommends here, is 2 super minion, then as well 2 headhunters, and then fill with archers. This is what he is recommending with this base. Let's move on with the next town level, which is going to be town level 14. Town level 14, and this, I love this base style right now, which is like a similar style which we have seen in the last Legend season from Ghost and Crispy. And those are bases which are a little bit, like, which are not fully symmetrical. And this is, I love this because it makes predicting the attacks sometimes a little bit easier, and this is like really one of the key things. So yeah, I really hope that this base is doing great because I think it should be really doing great. Base builder Ronaldo on this one. The client cast which he recommends here because it's so far on the outside. It's 1 lava hound, 2 headhunters, and then fill with archers. Moving on, we have town level 15, which is then I guess like the third base style kinda, which is just, hey, rage invis core. That is then like the third core which we have in this video. The side which is baited obviously is like the eagle side, especially with all of the traps over there, which means like giant bombs, tornado trap, and so on. So if anyone's doing a royal gemma charge, have fun. I think that's not going to be a lot of fun for the attacker. The recommended client castle here from him is 8 headhunters and then fill with 2 archers. Again, super minions have received the buff, so that's always an option as well, depending on what your preference is. But the recommended client cast on this one from ESK is the 8 Headhunter with the 2 archers. Let's move forward. Let's go to Town Hall 60 next, which is going to be this base. Again, it's the isolated core. As I told you, like the core of the base, there's really not as many things usually which people are using, because those different styles have really worked the best over the past. And this is one of the core isolated Town Hall compartments. The recommended client cast here is 1 Furnace, 1 Ice Golem, 2 Headhunters, and then Goblins. You can, I think, as well switch to the Rage Tower on this one. I think this should be completely fine with the ranges. He decided to go with the Poison Towers. Maybe it did better for him in tests, but I think Rage Tower, you could try that if the Poison Tower version is not working. We have the concept here of kind of forcing the attacker from the Eagle side, but then on the back end, you have like those heavily stacked Poison Tower, like in general, Spell Tower compartments. So yeah, you kind of have to go with Eagle side or suffer on the back end. Like it's like a lose-lose situation. Next one, Town Hall 17, and this again, you can see it already is built by ESK again, because it looks really similar to that Town Hall 15 base. We have again this core. This time around though, because it's a higher Town Hall, it's more likely that we're going to face Fireballs. So it's not the Rage Invis anymore, but instead he's going for a core which is a bit more split. Because if you're going to Fireball that core, you should not get the entire core, except if you're going for the Town Hall. But that's not going to be as easy from the left side, especially knowing with how stacked that area is. But if you're going for the Ricochet Cannon or for the Monolith, you won't get the entire core. And this is kind of the key thing, especially with pro base builders, they're looking really for that Fireball value. The recommended client cast here is Furnace, Ice Golem, 2 Rocket Loons, and then 6 Archers. With that, we have reached Town Hall level 18. Sean is the base builder right here, another pro. And we can see it again with the core, right? Like the core trying to minimize the value of like the Fireball. And then we have the Poison Tower surrounding it. And as well, something really classic. Poison Tower in general. Rage Towers are good, don't get me wrong. But there's many counters out there, and it really depends on like what level you're playing on. Poison Towers is more like the all-rounder, which has less weaknesses, I would say, but has less peaks in strength compared to the Rage Towers. Like the Rage Tower single-handedly can like shut down an entire attack if the attacker doesn't know what he's doing. And Poison Towers are like always there, always annoying, but it like typically is not really the super deciding factor if something is failing, if you hopefully know where I'm coming from. But the client card's recommendation here from him is 3 Ice Golems, a Headhunter, and then an Archer, because right now the Meteor Golems are just everywhere. If you're getting attacked only by air, you can change that. Super minions are always a good option, as I said, or like the Furnace or something, but it really depends on what you're getting attacked by. The triple Ice Golem client card's recommendation from him is really going based on using and as well seeing so many Meteor Golems on defense. So depends on what your defense looks like. You might want to adjust the client caster, but that's it for this video. A huge shout out goes to RH Base Building. Again, if you want to get your own bases, make sure to visit their Discord or website. And as well, a huge thank you and shout out goes to all of the base builders which have shared their bases in this video. As always, thank you for watching. I will see you guys back tomorrow with the next Clash video. Until then, see ya and bye bye.